game.
I am talking about this game.
All right, well, we're ready. We're all here.
Yeah, I started recording several seconds ago, but I just made a very silent flex.
Okay, that's good to know. So, last we left off, you had arrived in Terrebonne, the city of Terrebonne,
Sadly.
to go and try and find Vigor to see if you can't resolve this whole Sylvana deal peacefully and get her to set her head right. You got in, you were forced to wait outside for a while, and then you finally got let in because of the sad lottery thing they had going on. And you stopped by the restaurant, and Azora mentioned liking the fact that there is a complimentary poem, and there was a somewhat positive response, which gained you the attention and very much appreciation of the restaurant's one of someone who seems to be some kind of a proprietor in the restaurant. Nonetheless, he seems to know people, and he very much appreciated you appreciating the poetry, and just gave you offered to set you up with the good rooms and introduce you to Vicar himself and the next day.
Nice.
His name was Clinton.
His
Strange
name
guy.
was.
His name was Clinton.
And that's where we left off. So it is the next morning. What's the plans? What's going on?
So Azora is going to wake up early, and try and get out of the room, a bit quietly. And she's gonna go.
The tension when you said gets up early, and I was waiting for one of us to say I get up earlier, but it didn't happen. I thought there was a pause for it.
No, yeah. So Azora is going to go wake up Aegis and Axe.
Snore.
Yeah, Aegis gets up.
Yeah. And so Azora saying, "Look, I've been thinking about it, and it's probably not wise to just throw Sylvana and Vigor in a room together without, checking things out first."
No, she'll try to kill him, and then she'll get killed.
I don't.
If Vigor is it.
Hopefully not, but still, in any case, I'm gonna go get Clinton and see if I can find Vigor first. If, just try and get a feel for him and what he's going to say or do, how he'll react before we introduce him to Sylvana. If things go well, I'll bring him back here to meet her, I guess. But figure, he's supposed to be a strong guy, so, Axie should come with. But, could you just keep an eye on Sylvana, make sure she doesn't get impatient or go anywhere, or, knowing this city, get into any trouble?
Yeah, Aegis nods. Do my best. Besides, we still got the others here.
What kind of trouble can you get in? It's terrible anyway.
Actually, do you guys think we should take Lotus too to meet Vigor? He's also strong guy, muscle guy.
Also bald.
Yeah. Well, is Axe bald?
Nah, access some hair.
Yeah.
I mean, that's your call. That's I imagine was looking around the room. How much of the roster are you taking to go visit Vigor?
And we could just go with Axe and I. I mean, I feel like Lotus might not be the most, I feel like he's probably not the most at home in Terrebonne. Alright. Yeah, and Azor just says, you can tell Sylvana what we're doing or not. I guess that's your call, just...
I'll let her know once she gets up, I suppose.
Just make sure she doesn't get into any fights or anything. Alright, come on. Let's go get... What's his name?
So you're taking Axe?
Yeah.
All right.
This is like a fucking part in a JRPG where you have to split up the party and form 2 different parties.
You kind of have. Well, I don't want to play 2 characters at once. One of them has
Yeah.
an accent.
Coward.
I've IGM before. I've done that before. It's not. It's not grand.
I'm not a fan of it.
So, yeah. I mean, I think Aegis just, I've been working, he does, like, get dressed pretty basically, and then goes downstairs to get some breakfast, get a coffee, and he's just basically sitting downstairs waiting for the others to get up.
Reading a newspaper.
Oh, yeah. Pretty chill morning.
Nice.
Get some eggs and bacon.
Alright, yeah, let's see if we can, I mean, this isn't, like, ridiculously early. This is, but, like, still, I don't know, maybe 5 a.m. or so.
I mean,
Let's try
Vigor
and
is
get Clinton.
Vigor is definitely out jogging right now. Probably had his morning drink of
Oh,
egg.
yeah, that's true. If you got up early, he's probably somewhere, just out jogging.
Yeah. But let's go try and get Clinton.
Oh,
Yeah.
Clinton is probably still asleep. He doesn't seem like a man who wakes up early.
Oh, ask for his room, knock on, like, where he is, go knock on his door,
Right. So yeah. So like to check. He lives like basically up, like when you ask around and like they say, oh yeah, if you find, it's pretty early, but you could probably just go catch early breakfast at the restaurant and ask for him.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go to the restaurant and ask for Clinton.
So yeah, the restaurant has early breakfasts available. It's basically just like open, like just take toast or whatever around.
Continental breakfast.
Yeah.
Is that a thing, like in Europe or the UK, continental breakfast?
Is that what a continental breakfast is? Just go and grab shit and serve yourself? Because I had that in a hotel in Bruges.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, like a little breakfast buffet, usually like a waffle maker, toaster, some bagels, maybe little things of cereal. Sometimes there'll be like a make your own omelet thing or something like that. But
It wasn't.
yeah, that's
that made
usually more fancy than that. It's usually just like you can put like toast in the thing, or there'll be like a waffle iron you can use.
I mean, they had a few pastries. That was nice.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I really want to go back to Bruges. That was fucking nice.
I'd like to go. Yeah, it's usually just something that looks, like this.
So yeah, continental breakfast. So yeah, I think if you've just gone to the restaurant, isn't the inn like built into the restaurant?
Yeah, it's upstairs.
I like to imagine that they all went, okay, how do we find Viggo? And they just walk back in and just get and Haggis has already been there. He's just got a bit of toast. Got a bit of toast, bit of coffee, and he's just fucking going through the fucking newspaper. It's like, wait, didn't you guys already leave?
Need Clinton. So yeah, can we find Clinton? Do we get or does someone else go get him or something?
Yeah. One of like the skeleton staff handling food just tells you, like I don't want to go fucking like you know what? Just head upstairs. Well, knock on the door. One of them will wake up.
Where your skin?
What?
Skeleton worker.
Yeah. Skeleton crew.
Oh,
Is,
so they're not.
is Axe blind and just hearing the narration? Is that what it's like?
Oh no, Neo. I just know you have a tendency to add in a pretty fantastic. You added in a zombie, for goodness sake.
That is a fair point.
Yeah.
You can't take anything for granted when
Yeah,
there's
it's
a
like
zombie
we're
there.
Mayor's a
The
zombie.
skeleton workers work in the death dimension. You've seen them, sweet.
Yeah, but you just said they could be here now. Like, I like to imagine as a cost-saving measure, there would be some people in Terrebonne who just realize if we have like mindless skeleton thralls.
Yeah. I don't know. I think the skeletons. I think the skeleton workers. I think Death Dimension's a little bit all hands on deck right now.
Fair. I mean,
Yeah.
it would be on brand for Lilia, though.
Oh, I'd love to go down to like an office in the Death Dimension right now, and they're just papers upon papers, just like, oh my god, this fucking war. For all of
I have a
calm
character
down.
whose backstory involves the bureaucracy in the Death Dimension right now. Red tape.
I do not envy them. They need water, mate.
Alright, yeah, let's go, knock on that door.
Yep. You knock, 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 yeah, you just hear some going.
Sorry, it's a bit early, but
The door open. Yeah, the door. Like you hear like a weird sort of weird like scrambling, almost scratch at the door. A weird like a few like small thumps before it you see the knob turn and it sort of just slowly opens. And
hello?
then you hear like a sort of thud on the ground behind the door.
Yeah, sort of slowly, cautiously, push the door open enough to, like, sort of step in. Hello? Is this the right room?
Yeah.
Hello?
You see a woman rise out of the bed, rubbing her eyes with her arm, and the other arm is missing.
It's sort of like,
And
yeah.
yeah, and she just sort of
actually-
has like she just kind of has a blanket wrapped around her like top.
Actually,
She has green skin, and dark green hair, and very sort of dark green hair.
Actually, so here's the thing. As soon as Axe sees it's a woman, he covers his eyes. Sorry.
Yeah, with a blanket sort of wrapped, around like her, like from her chest down, and like as she like pulls herself, wakes herself up, pulls herself up. You see as the blanket is pulled aside, like it reveals a sleeping Clinton.
Oh,
Sort of like hugging a pillow.
Yeah.
Snoring pretty obviously.
Zora sort of squinting in the, like, low light room. Sorry, ma'am, we were looking for Clinton, supposed to go meet someone today.
Oh, you needed. You didn't need me.
Sorry, not to my.
Yeah, unless
knowledge.
you're Clinton. Axe doesn't judge.
Oh no, I'm not Clinton. Oh, I'm sorry. It's. Let me hold on. Stay right there. I'll be And she just sort of you see her take her hand onto her head, just sort of rubbing her temple, and then she just very quickly, like you see her just sort of move her head very quickly, and just you hear like a snapping sound.
Zora
And
does
she
like
just
take a
goes-
step back at that and sort of like instinctively, grabs, doesn't
Yeah.
draw her sword, but hand on her sword gets,
And then she just quickly snaps it back. Oh,
Axe points in, looks in again. Who snapped neck?
Okay, I'm up. Hello. It's nice to meet you. I'm the. It's nice to meet you. I'm Lilia, Mayor of Terrebonne, and you're here. Welcome to my room. You're here to see Clinton, then.
You the mayor?
Yeah, we met him yesterday. He was going to introduce us to someone.
Oh, were you the ones who complimented his poetry?
Yeah, I
Yes.
did.
Oh, thank you for reading them and giving him your thoughts. It's not enough people do that. It made him very happy when he came back to bed.
I'm glad not enough people appreciate poetry in times like these.
He says that a lot. You know, in fact, it's interesting. People don't usually come up here to see him. A lot of people don't even realize he exists. You know, she like looks back at him. It's kind of nice having someone come in and not ask for me or someone else I know. So she just sort of like taps on Clinton's head.
Actually,
And,
Neo, before
he
we
begins
continue,
to stir.
I Axe has a question. What does this room smell like? Like, really?
It smells all right.
Yeah.
They've
Does
got,
it
like,
smell
they've
dead?
got a nice little incense. They got an incense burning. So
I get. Axe just goes, "Oh,
You
candle."
said it smells nice.
yeah. And Clinton begins to stir and just goes, geez, oh no, is it that time already? Is it time? Do I have to go back to the scrap heap now? No. And then he just kind of shoots his eyes open. Oh, we're still here. Okay.
Huh?
Good morning, honey. And he just kind of gives
Oh
Ollie
wait,
a hug.
Sora. What's a mayor?
Provincial leader.
Yeah.
Like
And then,
village
yeah.
elder?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah. Give him a quick hug. She gives him just sort of a quick peck on the cheek and just sort of, whispers to him. And then he kind of like gets wide-eyed and like and sort of like jumps out of bed and just starts like
she
fixing,
doesn't look that old.
like just sort of starts like waking himself up, sort of splashes water on his face, gets just very quickly runs into a closet and puts on better puts on a better shirt and then quickly heads out and just says, "Hello, it's nice to see you."
Actually, just while he's doing that, just because, Axe asks, Zora actually does get, and, sort of explains, like, well, so, a mayor would traditionally be, governing a smaller body such as a city or town, as opposed to, say, a governor who would handle a larger area and is traditionally elected, as opposed to, just starts getting into, like, political definitions. Oh, good morning. Sorry if we woke you.
Oh no, it's fine. Actually, I've been, interesting. I've been meaning to try getting up a little earlier every single day. That's something that actually. Oh yeah, we're going to meet Vigor today, aren't we? He's really good about that. In fact, he's the reason why I've been trying to wake up earlier every day. It seems to really do him well. So you're here. Why did you want to get up early? Unless is it just a health thing?
We just had some stuff we wanted to do. Make sure we got done first thing.
Okay.
Namely,
you slept well, right? There's nothing wrong with the bed or anything, right? I carried that thing.
Much more comfortable. Axe, I guess you would be. Axe.
Yeah,
Did you
nothing
sleep
wrong
well?
with the bed, right? You didn't sleep poorly or anything, right?
No, it was really nice. It reminds Axe of the good old days when he could sleep in regular bed. Barely. Axe was always a big boy.
Oh, all right. Well, that's good to know. So.
Also, Axe did not look at your naked wife.
Huh? Oh.
Axe is still holding.
Plenty of other people have. It's fine.
Well,
Axe is still holding his hand in front of his eyes.
You don't have. Oh, she's pretty beautiful. Why wouldn't you want to look at her?
Yeah, damn, Axe.
Well, Axe Mama always taught him, you don't go look at someone else's wife.
Oh, well, she doesn't belong to me, sir. I'll have you know, she's her own woman. And he looks back and gives her a thumbs up and a grin as, her arm, which had opened the door, is like jumping and crawling back to her.
Yeah, Azora sort of startles a bit at the arm crawling back, but doesn't say anything. Just
Also,
Further along.
Axe's mother taught him to respect woman. If she doesn't wanna, if she doesn't, if she hasn't explicitly told you, it's okay to look at me when she naked. Axe won't look.
Yeah, she just speaks up in the background. Oh, it's fine. It's nothing. It's nothing that a lot of people haven't seen already.
Okay.
That's all it took.
Well, Axe respect women. He's simple man. Actually, does Axe see the hand, or has it just actually just?
Yeah, it like sort of like grapples itself up onto the bed and just sort of flips over to her as she just sort of grabs it as it gets within reach.
Watch out! Axe is gonna pull his axe when he sees that
no.
crawling hand.
Clinton's like, oh no, it's fine, it's fine, it's her.
Huh?
It's
No,
her
it's arm.
Yeah, it's her arm.
Oh.
She's just putting it back on.
Oh,
You
pardon
don't
me.
have to- Yeah. Best not to brandish a weapon inside. It's
Sorry.
leads to bad things. So, we were enough about me and my gorgeous wife. We're gonna go see Vigor. You wanted to do that now?
Wait, you
Ideally,
experiment
if it's not too
too?
much trouble.
Axe actually walks into the room. You experiment too of mad scientist?
Huh?
You also experiment of Azora, what animal can have body parts move on their own?
Don't be rude, Axe.
Sorry. Oh. Axe
Oh.
walks out like a dog, a sad dog.
You do realize we've been asked to investigate, right? Any lead is valuable right now.
Axe just curious.
Axe is doing his job.
Oh my
True.
god, he is. And Azora is
Bad. Bad form.
bad.
All right, so yeah, he just he just sort of like straightens his hair out and waves Lilia goodbye. Lilia like waves back and he closes the door and just says, "All right, yeah, we can go get Bigger. We can go get him. He's definitely up. Why did you want to see him so early?"
Like I said, just wanted to do this first before,
Gotcha.
anything else.
Well, yeah, follow me. Yeah, I'll introduce you real quick. We get along pretty well.
So, you married to village elder. Does that makes you also village elder, right?
Oh no, I don't have any. I don't have any like what's the term? Executive power. I just sort of make suggestions, try to say things that I think would make people a little happier. He says sort of leading you through town square and sort of out of the district.
Democracy is weird.
Democracy. Yeah. Oh, it is democracy. That's right. Yeah. Well, she was elected. Actually, it's a funny thing. It's actually how we met because we were both running for mayor at the same time.
No kidding.
You run for mayor?
Yeah. It's an election thing.
You're not picked because you're the wisest, smartest person?
Well, it's sort of up to the people to decide that,
But, so it's also village elder, except it's usually the oldest.
Well, I guess you just do things differently, huh? Well, that's fine. In any case, I was running, and then, she got more votes, and I did, and there was a third guy, and there was something going on with him. I can't really tell you heads or tails about him.
What the
but,
fuck? He knew O'Malley.
I
He
want to
fucking
put
knew O'Malley.
down that Vigor has put down a decree that you can't really talk about O'Malley. You can't.
Yeah.
You
Anyway,
gotta
point
dance
is,
around it.
yeah. Anyway, point is, it looked like it was getting close, and I don't know. I was just so inspired by her, what she said, her thoughts, her story, and her beauty especially. And I just stood there on stage and I gave her my votes on the spot.
Ha!
And then I was drugged, and we had sex.
And well, the rest of that night, was just so exciting. The rest of that night was sort of a blur. But all I know is I woke up the next morning knowing that I had found the love of my life.
Well, good for you.
Should make a good poem. Still, democracy sound
It's
weird.
made many good poems. It's made many good poems. She's my greatest inspiration. I've written so much of her. Oh, yes. We should be heading to that building over there. He points at like a sort of he sort of points out a pretty. It looks like a building that's like been sort of looks relatively new compared to the buildings around it.
So your wife, her hand, she was able to have it crawl across the floor. That seems a useful ability.
Oh yeah, it's very well. She's what you'd call. I guess you'd call her a zombie.
Huh?
I see.
Yes, she's she's undead. She died many years ago. But was only awoken from that within the last few decades.
Wait, you're fucking the dead?
She's not dead.
Ariana sort of
undead.
like subtly, kicks Axe a bit in the shin. Don't be, gives him a little "don't be rude."
And
But
yeah,
Axe was told story of people that fuck the dead. They slowly become horrible monsters, and also
Zora is furious with stomping on Axe's foot.
Axe does. but
Can't believe this is where Axe gets really hung up.
Sorry, ignore him.
Right.
And
Well,
sorry if my questions were a bit out of line.
no,
Besides
it's
anything
fine.
else, he was already a horrible monster. So
oh,
what
it's
could
fine.
change?
It's my favorite. Well, believe me, she's my favorite topic.
If I seemed at all shocked, just in my country, I've seen magic similar to that used for much worse purposes, but your wife seems like a truly lovely woman. You must be very happy.
I am. As I understand it, the sapient zombie is quite a rare thing to find. But I like to think the stars aligned for her when she was awakened she was pulled out of that coffin.
Sapien? She come from tree?
No, sapient. It is it's an antiquated term. It basically means that you are capable of forming thoughts and having opinions and feelings and being able to communicate with others.
Yes, because Axe is a person.
Yes, you're sapient.
No, Axe is Axe.
Sapience is a description that we would apply to you, Axe.
No, Axe don't like that description.
All right, well, I won't
Axe
use
doesn't
it
like
again.
to put himself into boxes like sapient.
Yeah. He just like pats you on like the arm and just says, "Well, then I won't use it again." And then opens the door to the building, where there are, it's basically, a lot of like people just sort of walking around. A lot of people walking around. A few people walking around. They seem tired. There's a bunch of rooms around that have like different like bedrooms in them. Different bedrooms and all that, and just says, and it looks basically just sort of like a shelter, like a large shelter for people to just come and go in when they need a place to sleep. And Clinton just pauses in the middle of the lobby and just says, "This is usually the first one he visits on his when he's doing after his jogs. So I'm sure he'll stop by pretty soon. There's a common room over there. They got tables. I know they got board games. In fact, I believe I designed one of the board games myself. It's a little bit of a creative a little bit of an experiment there. Not many people play it, but feel free to try it.
What's it called?
And, it's called Babel.
Babble.
Babble.
Yeah.
Babble. Boggle.
How does it work?
All right. So yeah, he walks over to the waiting room and pulls it out. Okay. So, and it looks like very like makeshift, like this was thrown together. This is like a third grader's art and craft project. And he's like, all right, so we have here this board. Yeah, you see all like these little like colored squares here. They all have different numbers on them.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, you reach into this, and then he reaches it. Like the reason the box is like kind of big, it's mostly taken up by a jar that has a lot of different cards in it. All right. So you reach in, you take these cards. It's like, and then he just kind of like pauses for a bit. Should have been a deck. Damn. And then he just sort of shakes his head. So you make a deck and shuffle it, and he like tosses the jar aside.
Axe just looks. What a waste of a jar. As it smashes it towards the wall.
You split the deck between the players, and each card you see has a word on it, and you place the words. Take turns placing the words down on the squares and see who completes the sentence first. The first complete sentence but it has to be like a good sentence. It can't just be random words. It has to actually function as a sentence. But there's disagreement amongst people who play as to what constitutes a sentence. So I guess that's why a lot of people don't play it. But I think at least the concept is fine.
I see. Well,
Sounds amazing.
If he doesn't show up, is there anywhere else we should go or check?
If he doesn't show up, then I guess he would have been going to the fights. I guess he'd be going to the fights gym. So just stay here for a bit. I'll tell you when we should go. I'll tell you when we should go to the gym. Don't worry. I got a good mind for this stuff. In the meantime, just go ahead and see how you like it. And
I guess we're playing his fucking board game.
Yeah, he pushes it towards you again.
Axe just goes, okay, Axe can't read, but whatever.
It's a weekday, he can read.
Yeah.
Oh, Axe just goes, oh, silly Axe. Axe knows how to read.
Yeah. Alright, this is going to be challenging. This is going to be embarrassing, these two playing like a wordplay game.
Alright, yeah. Alright, two players. I've always wanted to witness. Alright, two players. Alright, I don't want to.
I've always wanted to witness two players.
I just want to point out.
The only other person who's ever played this game is Lilia.
Yeah. So he just pulls up.
I think Vigor like sat down in here once and like he was trying to get a game. Vigor, why don't you come over? And he's like, I've got business. The shelter that's under construction. I'll be back.
I just want to mention, Axe still has a fucking disability for stunt.
Oh boy. True, less intelligent. Yeah,
Let's
true.
see if Vigor has any abilities that never got cleared up.
So yeah, he doles out your hands for you. Let's see, Zora, your words on your cards are uncertainty, expectation, directory, situation, and consolidate.
Wait, so
she's writing those.
Yeah.
Give me the words.
Those. Can I give Vigor back the missing 8 HP? Because he's on 20 of 28. And I was wondering if he's.
I don't know. I feel like has he had time to rest since then?
Maybe.
No, he's been a busy man. He found another dragon.
Oh dear.
Yeah. I'll send the words privately.
Thank you.
Alright, I'll leave him on 20 of 28 HP. No, in case there's a fight. I'm gonna meta game it, give him back his missing hit points.
I still find it amazing. If Brother Lotus had joined, he would have probably won, considering these who's fucking.
And then Swede, here's Axe's 5 words.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
And god, we had to put these in sentences.
Yeah.
But one whole sentence with all of these. So.
Yeah, it's who finishes the sentence first. The base word, and he starts off. All right, we start off the base round by the person spectating puts down the base word to start from, and he puts down the word you're starting with is ambiguous. And
So
then
we
he
have
just
to
sort of,
start-
and then he just sits back in his chair, looking at you expectantly and smiling.
So who goes first? Wait, so we alternate
Flip a
putting
coin.
down words?
Yeah. Let's
All
flip
right.
a coin. Who goes first?
Axe, call it 1 or 2.
2.
All right, I go first. What was the first word? Uncertain. Oh.
Ambiguous.
Ambiguous.
That seems impossible. Oh, this...
Question. So, question: can we add could we make a word plural if it's not originally,
Yes.
or does it have to be okay?
Ambiguous situations. All right, Axe, it's your turn.
This is fucking stupid.
Oh,
I'm so glad that Aegis is sipping a coffee right now.
I like to think while Aegis is sitting and drinking a coffee, fucking vigorous.
No, Aegis is doing the Daily Babble in the newspaper.
Okay, I think I have a good one. Let's see. So far we have ambiguous situation.
Ambiguous
And
situation.
we could bend the words. Like we could make it like plural or whatever.
Oh,
Yeah, you can make it plural.
I was gonna ask if there are any rules that the sentence has to be grammatically sensible, but
It
I'm
does.
not here.
That's
oh damn.
Okay. I just needed to do a quick spell check.
And this is a race to how quickly we can finish the sentence.
yes. All right, Azora's turn.
Ambiguous situations integrate.
You draw a new card, Azora, and it's incapable.
But it's how fast can we finish the sentence?
It's the person who finishes the sentence wins the round.
Oh my god, that's awful.
Ambiguous situations integrate uncertainty.
Oh well, it's not wins the round. No, it's you get a bonus point, and then they tally up the points based on where you place the cards.
Wait, she just finished the thing.
Yeah.
Is that it? Do you place down the period marker?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's like a stamp with a period on it that you're supposed to stamp down when you're completing it.
Yeah.
Did I win?
All right, you plant that down, and Clinton just starts clapping. All right, and then just looks down. Okay. So let's see. That gives you a bonus of 10 points. You put situations on that card. He put integrate on ×3. Okay.
Huh?
On the times.
See. Yeah, and it's like, all right, Azora, you win. Well done.
Thanks.
Good game.
What did Axe do?
Good game.
Wow,
So Vigor
she
finished
won in
his
4
dog.
moves. That must be some kind of record.
Yeah, Vigor finished his job.
Yeah, I guess he does. Like, you just hear the door,
Yeah.
you just hear the main door open, and a man just kind of, and a man shuffle in. Exceptionally
Vigor.
loud footsteps.
Oh, it's Vigor. There he is. Vigor.
Oh, Vigor. Oh yeah. So Vigor turns and he walks in. He just looks. He looks over. I'm gonna say Vigor. If he is a lot more tattooed than when we last saw him. You can
Nice.
He's the reptile man.
Not quite reptile. It cuts off. Around his neck essentially, but like one of his arms is just totally covered up to the hands. The other arm is like halfway done.
Okay, so you're just adding like 20 hold to your tattoo move then.
Sure, why not? No, he's used all those holds.
He does have
Okay.
a forehead tattoo.
He does, yeah. Well, it's not quite a tattoo, isn't it?
It's a brand more than anything.
Yeah, it's
I
the
guess.
brand that attracts evil or something, or attracts justice people.
Yeah,
So,
makes him glow like a beacon.
He trucks justice.
No.
it
Yeah,
attracts
the
people who want to destroy him because they believe in justice, I believe.
Yeah, the mark of justice, which means that people who are followers of the spirit of justice,
Like
they'll
Damien.
glow. Yeah, they'll glow like a beacon to him, and that signifies attack, kill, destroy.
He's also sporting a beard at this point.
Right.
Oh wow.
Nice.
So he's just let it grow out and he's way more tatted up. But yeah, he walks in, he he looks over and he says, "Oh, God, Clinton, you haven't been making him play that game again, have you?"
Oh, well,
I'm just gonna say a few people moved out because of that game, and this is a fucking homeless shelter.
well, they don't have to play it. I just encourage them to engage their minds intellectually.
They felt bad if they turned it down.
Well, they didn't feel bad, right? Right, you two?
Except I'm putting down a card. Hello.
Oh
yeah, does Vigor not notice the giant man?
He does. He's just like, he's gonna get to that. He's seen things, you know. He's another PC. He's been through some shit. He's not, can't just, whoa, big man. Just.
Yeah, maybe you should get a move like Aegis has that just forces everyone to be impressed by you.
Axe is giant. That should just be enough.
He's been through a dragon's trials. He's jaded.
Yeah,
to
but
this
dragon
kind
is
of
more common than.
Hey. Remember in the last session, the big fight had someone who was like half ogre.
So yeah,
Did they?
So yeah, okay. So Vigor looks over and says, you two need anything?"
Yeah. They wanted to meet you. They showed up. They appreciated my words, which not enough people do. But anyway, they really wanted to meet you. So I figured, hey, if anyone's gonna introduce someone to you, it should be your pal, one of your close friends.
Right. Okay then. Yeah. Vigor walks into the room and he like sits down at a chair across from everyone. So, hey, did you ask what they needed me for? Vigor just turns to the two of you.
Oh
So,
no,
yeah.
I didn't pry.
Oh. All right then.
I'm really sorry, but before we actually do this scene, could I run to the bathroom?
Okay.
Really. Okay, sorry. Thank you.
In scene, like Azora runs to the bathroom.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Aegis. So
Yeah.
Aegis, you're looking after like Sylvana, right?
That's the plan. I like to
Yeah.
He went downstairs and just waited for others to kind of get up.
Yeah. So, yeah. So you're basically just like you just have like command of everyone else. So yeah, everyone just kind of stirs, like they kind of filter out. Once you have everyone around, like what do you say? Like,
I just tell them, all right, so we're just in town on some personal business. Probably going to be here a day or two. For the time, you can consider yourselves on leave. We don't have any pressing business. If you want to get anything, purchase anything, money's in the cart. Just be careful with what you go through, and if you get in, and try not to get into any trouble. Terrebone can be a little bit sketchy.
Yeah, Sylvano just looks around and just says, "Don't get into any trouble." Is that an order?
It's a request. Trouble might find you. Trouble might find any of us.
Yeah, she's just kind of twiddling with something in her pocket and just looks around and just says, "Brief moments we've been here, I've just heard the echoes of kind of want to just step around, look around, see what people are doing to each other, and see if I can't do anything about that."
You're not gonna wait and see. You're not gonna wait and see Vigor first. See what this town's all about.
It's a way to pass the time, isn't it?
I suppose. Vigor, like,
Yeah.
I don't want to be like a piece of shit and just push a newspaper across the table to her. Here's another one.
There's just a no vigilantism roll going on.
I mean,
Why
maybe,
does-
maybe I can
why-
maybe I can roll a check to know how vigilantism is seen. Even though I think in this town it's just kind of a, if you got stopped by someone, you were too shit a criminal anyway. I feel that's the way of this place.
So yeah, she's just sort of like, she just kind of makes vague allusions. So just wanted to go out and just go do things. And it's at that Lotus kind of just says, like, "Your devotion to justice is impressive, young one. but let it temper your rage. Simply, patience itself will help it. Patience will help you along the way. And she just kind of, again fiddles with like her dagger underneath, like her hidden dagger, and just kind of just sits back down, sort of stern faced.
After a little bit, Aegis just says, "You weren't too happy with me trying to let those thieves off the hook."
Yeah. If it were my way, we would have just sabotaged the whole place before we left.
That kind of you don't see the state it was in when we were done.
They were already talking about repairs. Should have made it so it couldn't be repaired. Have some little gas bombs that could have left lying around, little surprises.
When you say sabotage, how far are these gas bombs going?
Fill up their storage places so that they can't go and grab their stuff. Maybe knock out some of the support structures so that the huts fall down.
Just to kill them, or just to slow them down?
Just to make it so that they can't help set up base there. That they have to leave.
If they wanted it, if they wanted that place hard enough, they would have just aired it out, waited out the bombs, fixed the supports.
And in that time, they've been weakened. And some people could have gone in and taken them out.
Yeah, someone could.
Ideally me, but he had something to do. Could have told someone on the way.
You know a man who trained me used to be a bandit, right?
What used to be?
Used to be. When I'd first got into this country and I was brought into the Summer Swords, the man who ran it, a man called Calford, up in Tensas now. He spent most of his life as a bandit before realizing the hell that he was bringing on people. He turned it around, made a business devoted to helping others, stopping the same kind of criminal he used to be. People can turn it around, and I prefer to try that when I can. I've no idea if Blake or any of them will do that, but I tried to talk them around. Not everyone who's bad now will be bad tomorrow.
I could tell when someone knows that they're hurting people.
You think he was blind to it when he was a bandit? He wasn't an idiot. He knew what he was doing. Just took him way too long to realize there was a better way.
Would he have gone hungry if he hadn't?
I think he did suffer for a long while trying to turn it around. He stuck to it. No one would hire him. It took years before anyone realized that it actually changed for the better.
Yeah, she just kind of scrunches her face. Well, your friend's 1 in a million.
Do you ever wonder if you might have killed one of those 1 in a million?
Yeah, she just kind of frowns at that.
Now, I'd be a hypocrite to just outright judge you for that. I've put loads of people down. When someone's charging you with a weapon, you don't have much choice, but it is the way it is. Not everyone will give you the choice.
All I know is that I go around. When I head out on patrol, I see someone endangering the lives of another, and I make it so that they stop doing that and that they don't do it again.
Yeah, Aegis kind of looks around like Aegis does not have the chops to help her in what she's going through, like to really give anything definitive, because there is no definitive answer to this. It's a 50-year-old who's going around stabbing people. It's just wrong to begin with. Can't really do much beyond that.
And some people at the top well, they just get rotten to the core. That's why I was targeting Bright.
No one
I don't
else.
think there's a chance of any of the Bright higher ups turning a new leaf.
Alright, I'm alive now. I feel
Maybe.
way better.
Yeah. All right, so back to Vigor and Zora, I suppose, unless Aegis has more to add.
No, we can cut back to that in a little bit.
Okay,
Oh.
cool.
What was going on in Vegas?
Oh, they were talking, having more moral arguments.
Yes.
When you say they, who is Aegis talking with?
Sylvana.
Sylvana?
Yeah.
Nice.
It's like, I
Nice.
think we should stab people. And Aegis was like, yeah, but in moderation.
I mean, that was essentially it. Is you never know if you're killing someone who might turn over a new leaf.
Huh.
All right, so Azora, what do you say?
Vigor was just also what's what's your business?
Right. And sort of sitting down. So your Vigor, does the name of the town, was it, I always forget, Zebedee or
Zebedee.
Zebedee?
Zebedee.
Oh, we did
The
also
town.
retcon something because we went because Neo, you asked me, was Vigor truthful about what happened? And at the end of the M pointed out, she listened back to the old campaign. At the end of the last campaign, I said yes, he was, but I went back on that in another one, like a while ago, and said no, he wasn't. So
right.
let's just say now we'll go with the more recent one, which was he concealed the truth, because there's more juicy drama in that anyway.
Gotcha. Yeah.
But so yeah, Azora asks, name of the town, Zebedee, mean anything to you?
Yeah, Vigor's eyes widen at that. He's like, he leans forward and says, yeah, it does. I built these places because of some stuff that went down there.
How much what can you tell us about what happened in Zebedee?
It was a small elven village in the marsh. Monster attacked it. I got pretty badly busted up, running to warn them. Few people traveling the roads saw the fire, came running over, found me and dragged me back to safety. Town was long fucking gone next time I knew. And I'll just say it because I don't think it's a thing, but should I just say that you can sense that Vigor is concealing a lot with that? Like,
You said so it was attacked by a monster. You ever find out what happened to it or anything?
No. That one passed me by.
Yeah. I guess maybe a discern realities might be appropriate. No.
Wait, I have an idea. Neo, would you say
What?
that Vigor would be counted as a simple monster or beast?
I don't think so.
Thanks, Swede. Thanks for... Yeah, he was part of the longest campaign with the most character development. Oh, he's a simple... This is...
unless
Simple
something really bad happened.
he got hit in the head with a hammer.
Look, Azora, beasts.
Look, Azora, beast. We can use these to help you, Azora.
Look, Azora, clocks. We can use these.
Look, clock. If we can smash this for Azora, help Axe.
Azora, help.
I'm just thinking of those fucking meme images we were showing earlier on. Just a picture of Vigor, the message, people change, and then, wow, cool criminal.
Cool, dumb brute. There's a great irony about Axe, like, accusing someone else of being, like, a dumb, simple brute. Like...
Well, he does talk about communism a lot, so there's something ticking in his head.
Yeah, but I just mean that,
wait.
like, he himself would be judged as, like, a dumb, simple brute. Like, if anyone should know not to judge people based on that.
and then he would stop talking about communism and start hitting things, and then they'd really go, "Oh, come on."
That's praxis. Who needs theory when you have fists?
Praxis is the villain of Jack 2.
Alright, but so yeah, I guess Azora doesn't suspect anything based on those snake eyes she rolled on perceiving that.
You know, Axe is gonna do it though. Axe wanna try this. Let's see what Axe thinks. He's gonna discern realities on this mother. Nope.
Wow, Vigor's such a good fucking liar. Holy shit. An unstoppable fucking force of fucking...
No, here's the thing.
Guile.
Vigor is like, oh
Guile.
shit. Vigor is like, holy shit, they're gonna see through me. These two fucking brain damaged idiots.
Yeah.
Someone needs to succeed for that to fucking work.
But so Azora does sort of like. So do you remember? Does the name Sylvana mean anything to you?
Did Vigor did learn the name Sylvana, right? Or was it just the girl with the picture?
I feel like she probably would have told him her name at some point. Maybe I don't know.
You probably would have at least heard it secondhand.
Yeah. Vigor has to think for a moment, but then goes, "Yeah, I do remember a kid named Sylvana."
Yeah, elf girl in the village.
Well, they were all elves.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Bit redundant
well,
there.
She's more or less the reason we're here. She wound up north in Custer.
A lot of them got displaced after what happened.
Yeah. One of the other elves from the village is a coworker of ours in our troop. Anyways, he had some, friends and family in Custer, and they hired us to try and help with this. Kid didn't take what happened in Zebedee well. It left a mark on her, and she's been, coping as best she can, usually with a lot of violence and knife. She's something of a vigilante now, killing a lot of criminals in Custer, and dangerous criminals, endangering herself. And we've been trying to convince her to, not go down this path. And frankly, we haven't been doing a great job of it. I mean, pretty much everyone in our group, experienced loss like she did. I saw all my friends and loved ones killed. Azora knocks on her eye patch and had this happen to me. This one lost his loved one's family, his entire village gone, and had, all that done to him. And none of us have, really, I suppose really, it's hard for us to try and convince someone else to not go down the path, because I suppose really all of us have to some extent or another. But I don't know. I've just felt helpless with trying to guide her to something other than the path she's on. You, though, she talked about a lot, and she, you clearly have a way with kids, because you sure left an impact on her, and she still looks up to you. She thought you were dead, though. That was honestly part of it, part of what had her so,
Yeah.
the way she was. And I guess it's partially, what she remembers of you or what she thinks of you that inspired her to do what she's doing now in the first place. And just, look, it's, one of us happened to recognize your name. He's been in the area, knew you were still alive. And do you think you could have a word with her, try and, talk to her, try and convince her to not do all this?
So Vigor likes hearing that, like, as he's just like gradually leaning in more and more, like kind of like slumped, resting his head on his hands at the by the end. He's like, Yeah, I'll talk to the kid. Seems like fair bit more sullen on his side. Clinton, do you mind running along? Just gonna have a word with these two.
Oh, all right. Yeah. You know where to find me.
Right.
And gives a thumbs up and just sort of slinks out of the room.
Yeah, come with me for a moment. I'm not gonna smoke indoors. And Vigor like heads up to the roof.
Sure thing. Yeah.
Not
awesome.
to beat Sweet's character to death this time.
Oh wow.
I think.
Zora does, by the way, us standing up, by the way, didn't introduce ourselves. My name's Zora. And, extends out a hand to
Yeah, he shakes it, Dominic.
shake. Oh, yeah, this is Axe.
And he shakes Axe's
Hello,
hand.
I'm Axe.
Alright, yeah, let's go to the roof.
So yeah, Vigor just goes up to the roof, lights a cigarette, and he's just kind of like looking over little slice of the city that they're in, and just and starts off. So, yeah, okay. Couple years ago, 2-3 years ago, I don't really keep track of time. That was probably the second worst year of my life. It started off, went out into Hemlock, go and get stronger, find something out about myself, change up something. And I wound up with these two others. One of them still operating in town. I still work for her. Best mate. But the other one, well, less said about him the better. But we...
Why?
Just...
bad?
Just...
Now hold on. Give him a chance to defend himself.
I think less said about him better is the most complimentary way Vigor could talk about O'Malley in the slightest. If we don't want this scene to be 2 hours long and just evolve into Vigor sopping. It's like, he can't keep getting away with it.
He kept getting away with it.
You can just blame O'Malley. It's all his fault. The shit happened.
No.
Technically it is, because we wouldn't have met the dragon if it weren't for O'Malley.
Technically, but we started doing odd jobs together, and I don't know why, but it was stressful. There was a lot of friction, but we kept working together. I don't know if I would have done that.
Almost like you were a sort of party.
Yeah, sure. Eventually, through an incredibly complicated set of circumstances, we wound up under the thrall of a dragon.
Did you beat up the dragon?
No.
Yeah, Zora does, kind of like raise eyebrow at that, of just sort of, very small double take of all the things she expected to hear.
Yeah.
That wasn't it.
It was in the Crimson Mesa, and we were just playthings to it. I like to think I don't even believe anymore that there was any chance I would have ever swung at the thing. It saw us as entertainment, so it said it would give us wishes if we did some jobs for it, and it took our hearts, so to speak. We couldn't really do much. He could have just flicked his fingers and that would have been it for us. Most of the jobs it gave us, well, we did some horrible things to people, but it also knew that we had been through Zebedee some time back. That town was probably at that time was probably the most peace I'd ever known in that place. Everyone there was friendly. Everyone there took us in, even when we put up with us. Well, we weren't good people, but it dealt with us, and it asked us to destroy it. We couldn't kill anyone. We just had to make sure it'd be destroyed and they would never come back. So we hatched a scheme to terrify him so much that the Zebedee would never be able to come back. And I hate that I did that. There was a lot we did wrong in that year. And we probably shouldn't have done that. I was never injured. I was never hurt. We burnt the village down, but we made sure they all ran. We made sure they were all out of there, and it was just because, well, I don't know if it was fear. I don't know if we still just wanted those wishes. I don't know what was going through our heads at the time. A lot of things. That was probably the worst thing I feel I've done. And I've done a lot. And Vigor actually does kind of like actually smile a bit and then just says, and I've actually done a lot worse thinking about it. But that's the one that, to me, that's the one that hurts the most. You see
Yeah,
why,
Azor's
you
sort
see
of-
why I you see why I tell them that story? I don't even care whether they'd believe it or not, but I think they know.
Yeah.
I think they feel it. They find the ones who've come here, which there aren't too many of them, but I mean now this is more just for war refugees. Many of them who came here for the whole Zebedee situation have found their own way. They've been through here. We got them set up somewhere else, somewhere nice. They got back on their feet, but Zebedee, that's never returning. But when they first met me, they asked what happened, and I tell them that, and they're not stupid people. I think they look at me and they can see that there's more to it than that, but they just don't ask because they don't want any more truth than that.
Azora sort of, does sort of like nod a bit to that line, not wanting any more truth than that. And like towards the end of this, Azora has, sort of pulled out her own little like carved pipe and, pipe leaf and whatnot.
It's something funny that I only realized ages later that I had done exactly. You said you lost everything, you've lost everything. When I was a kid, my village was burned down by bandits, ran out, nearly beaten to death by the one who organized the whole raid. Funny enough, I was saved by another set of bandits, but that was the worst year of my life. That was the year that killed Dominic Bell, and that second horrible year was the fucking year that brought him back.